Okay, hello everybody, welcome to another video. My god, yesterday, do you guys ever have days where just everything gets to you? Ah, Jesus. While I was recording, I was perfectly happy and fine, but as soon as I finished the video, Jesus, everything was just getting to me. So this episode should have, number 1, a mouse cursor, number 2, game audio, number 3, no annoying pops, and finally, we may be happy with our recording setup. It's kind of like how in Zurich I was coughing constantly throughout the series. I think this has become this series' thing. Anyway, it's a wonderful morning in the bog. I don't really know how long this episode is going to be, to be honest, because we don't have too much of the bog left to do. There was a chunk of last episode I ended up cutting out, where I was trying to show you guys something cool at the end of the episode. Ended up just getting swarmed by monsters, barely fought for my life, and then I just thought, you know what, screw it. So I did a different outro in the end. That does mean, however, you guys missed hit crit level up as we killed like one toad over there. That's all, just across the river. I'll show you where it was. So I decided not to spend the stats until I actually started playing again with you guys. We're now finished with missile weapons. It could be very tempting to go into critical. Because as a rogue, he gets like these critical bonuses already, and you know, it would be really nice to just crit a lot more with his abilities, but we're not going to do that, okay? Instead, we're going to start going into alchemy. We're going to pop ourselves into alchemy level 2, and as I think I showed in a previous episode, we actually have an alchemy level 2 spell here, or 2 of them, potions rather. We can create anti-venom for ourselves now, and we can create antidotes. Now, these are kind of cool, but honestly, we don't really need them. I'll show you guys the difference between them, I believe. At least if this is the same as Grimrock 1, is one will cure disease and one will cure poison. Poison is what we're being hit with here. We haven't really seen disease so far. I've not seen it at all just yet on my test files and stuff, so that'll be kind of interesting. But yeah, so we can now cast those, and some of these other things still require like alchemy level 4 and stuff. We get a different perk as well a little bit later into alchemy, where at level 4 we can brew stronger potions, like you get greater potions of healing and stuff, which will be nice as our health and mana and stuff ends up going up. So anyway, that's that. Everything's a mess. Look at our inventories and stuff. It's a complete mess. Tikrit doesn't have any arrows at all. They were lost in this fierce battle I'm talking about from last episode, apparently. One of Loto Patho's weapons is missing. This is like the arbitrary part in the game where you lose all of your weapons and you've got to do something about it. So I guess we'll go across there and see what's going on. There was this skull, this face. I don't know whether we really talked to it. He said he and they are more concerned with who are allowed to enter than who are left out. So again, we hear this idea of he and they, and this kind of, I guess, is talking about how the island's so magical and people can't really get to it very often. So it sounds more like they select very carefully who can come to the island. I don't know, Alarash's story where he saw the island and he felt a great yearning to travel to it, but his fierce, rattling captain managed to steer them away. That was kind of a cool story. Here you'll also notice a bunch of skulls on the floor as well. There's about, I don't know, 4 of them. Kind of interesting, but probably doesn't mean anything. Oh, hold the phone. What did we enter the bog with? What did we find on Sleet Island? We found a note, right? And this note said, a treasure chest long lost, guarded by the 4 fallen spirits in the bog. 4 fallen spirits? Well, if that's what we're calling these guys, spirits now, there are 4 fallen skulls here. Well, it says that they're guarding it, so you want to sort of find the place in the middle of all of them, which would be what? Where we're currently stood, it looks like, right? So let's turn around, get Jonker's shovel back. God, if we'd somehow lost the shovel, man, that would have been crazy. And check it out, you even get the time thing there as well, and we get a chest with some awesome loot inside it. Ah! Oh, I tried to attack with this thing. Tikrit's actually useless right now. This is kind of scary. So this is a mimic. Oh, look at this guy. Oh my god, wow, he definitely evaded that. Yeah, mimics are pretty brutal. Here, let's do something a little bit smarter. Oh, the dexterity of pulling that off in the middle of a battle was amazing. Yeah, these guys would probably be a lot less dangerous if we actually had one of our players that could do stuff. He's already injured Jonker, as you can see. It looks like a leg injury because he's moving slowly here as well, but whatever. And I'm just going to do a bit of evasive gameplay here. Often you don't see me do this in the series. Why can't Loto Patho use his venom thing? Oh, that's because that's the wrong dagger. Oh, nice hit there, Jonker. So you get mimics. They will attack you when you try and get chests. The loot of that chest will still be available to you, though. But this is actually an RNG thing. You don't always get mimics. I was very heavily expecting that to be a mimic, so whatever. But I have opened some chests on some files where they weren't mimics, and then on others they have been. Anyway, so let's see what we got. This kind of looks like good loot as well, right? Well, he gave us a horned fruit. Jonker's legs are injured. That's fine, though. And here we've got a crystal shard of recharging. So remember how we had a different crystal shard? Who did I give that to? Sanon? They seem really fitting for Sanon, so I'm going to put them there. Lotopathy is pretty full anyway. So this one, previously we found the crystal shard of healing. This is the one of recharging. It recharges a magical item to its full capacity. It works only on items with charges. I love the idea that there are red save crystals out there somewhere. This crystal shard is loaded with raw energy and makes your fingertips tingle. There's been a lot of flavor text I've been forgetting to read. This one over here, the shaman's cloak. The leaves that adorn this cloak emit a soothing sound when they flutter in the breeze. Beautiful. Lotopatho leveled up. I mean, they're nasty surprises, the mimics, but at the end of the day, they're more experienced, right? So it makes the chest worth even more. And here we can finally finish light weapons. This gives us another perk, and this means we can now dual wield without having to use daggers at all. So, for example, we could dual wield Jonker's 2 weapons here. And that would be pretty crazy. Of course, these scale off of strength. It probably boosted his damage somewhat, though. No, it didn't really, actually. Interesting. But, you know, we can now do that. We've got more options available to us. I don't know. I feel like it's very easy to just go blind into one line, try and max something out, and then try and max something else, rather than hybrid around. But when you do get stuff like this Venom Blade, where it says requires concentration 1, you know, maybe you can try it. It's just, I feel like the game's quite punishing if you explore too much with stuff. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, we get some more Thram gear here. Judging from the numerous cuts and notches, this otherwise ceremonial-looking simple shield has definitely been used in many battles. So this one's a shield. I'm actually going to put it on here instead of the serpent staff, which is cool, but it doesn't do anything, as I've explained. So, there you go. And this staff resembles a golden snake. I don't know if I read that flavor text either. More evasion for him, which isn't really useful, I must be honest. But it does also give him more energy, so no complaints there. It would have been interesting if we could have cast with that shield as well, but apparently we can't. Alright, so that's pretty much all of that stuff. This injury does worry me a little bit because he's moving slow now. I mean, if he eats a bunch of these tongues and stuff, he might be okay. There we go, we'll level Jonker up. And there you go, now he's just injured and he's not moving like a snail as well. So that's fine, and I guess he can max heavy weapons. Wow, what a bonanza we've had here. Okay, increases damage of heavy weapons by 20% for each skill point. And now at the 5th skill level, we can wield 2-handed weapons in one hand. So we only have one 2-handed weapon right now. I was getting a little confused in earlier episodes about, hey, is this weapon a heavy weapon or is it 2-handed? Stuff like that, right? This is a light 2-handed weapon. So Sanon can only, he can't spellcast while he's got this out, right? Jonker can still do stuff like this, right? So he can hit either way. Now, one of the differences between light weapons and heavy weapons is Lotopatho can do light weapons independently. Heavy weapons, if you're dual wielding them, they still both cast together. So that's a distinction, as far as I understand it anyway. Alright, there you go. Oh, this injury is going to be a little bit annoying. This is this area of the bog complete, though, one of the most westernmost areas. Let's take a dip. And maybe we'll find some fish. Oh, it's kind of scary, actually, swimming around while you're at the same time frigging slow. And I just trod on a pressure pad, and I actually don't remember what that pressure pad does. That's kind of scary. I know we're drowning, but we've got this ladder here. Oh, come on. What is this? Oh, the delay when you're injured is horrible. You've got to be really careful about where you're moving. Interesting. So what did that do? I forget. That pressure pad. It opened something. Oh, I remember. All right, so if we drop cautiously, we collected these rocks last episode. If we drop one on the water down there, that was exactly where the pressure pad was, and it will open this here, allowing us... Oh, Jesus. God, please, no! Allowing us to get to this chest, which also happened to be a mimic. And it was very loosely on my mind. Tickrit still can't do anything. We're on a quest to recover our weapons here. Oh my god, I'm glad I did end the last episode when I did, because I would have got caught doing all this stuff with these chests, and it just would have been horrible. Let's get our axe out, because we can do more damage with it. We get one more big attack. Fire is so cool. It's so satisfying to set things on fire. I mean, the earth stuff and like the poison stuff is kind of cool. I don't know. I'd love to play like a pure mage group. I've been reading a lot of people saying, hey, I really enjoy LPs where people do like challenges and interesting stuff. And I've got to agree, like, I would definitely watch anyone play this game, even if I played it myself, a whole time over again if they just had a really interesting party comp. I feel like our comp is kind of a bit generic, I've got to be honest. Here we got some more crossbow quarrels, 4 of them from the chest, which of course dropped down here. A torch, was that something John could drop? Let's just swap that around, shall we? And I guess that's pretty much it from in there. Which is a bit of a shame, no secret buttons. It's hard to see secret buttons in the lighting in the bog, jeez, very difficult. Okay, we're a little bit weak, but let's go. So the bit that I cut out last episode, we had walked down here, and there were like 2 toads that were fighting me pretty much right where I'm stood now. And what I was trying to show you guys is something very interesting about the book. This is what I was trying to end the previous episode on. Down here in the water, if you swim far enough south, you can see over there, probably just carefully, I'll zoom in on the editing, you can see there's actually a gate down there. And this gate marks an exit of the map. Now, this has been really curious to me because I haven't seen many comments about it online. No one's really talking about the purpose of this gate, how to even open it. Maybe it's something to do with the very end of the game and people are just being, you know, cautious about spoilers. But check it out, this gate. Now, what's really interesting about that is, first of all, we haven't seen many exits underwater. I have a very strong feeling many of us are about to drown because I went for that ether. Oh, God, Jonker, don't drown. Don't drown, Jonker. Whew. Okay, maybe we should rest, as long as no flies hit us. I don't want to waste too much time, waste too many resources and food, but there we go. Yeah, so there's this gate, check it out, and you can actually see, this lets us go further south than the start of the game. Look at that! I'm so angry with myself for not mapping out this tiny bit near the start of the game. We started the game on this very unique looking square here, kind of cool. But yeah, it goes south, so it's kind of like, is this a way off the island? Or does it kind of, the island extend out or something? I don't know, no one's really talking about how to get there though. What was this? I am the right eye I saw when the meteor fell. Yeah, so I don't know. That's kind of interesting to me. I actually don't know the purpose of it. By the end of the series, I'm sure we will. Something to consider, bear in mind. Now, over here on the left, there is this huge section here. You remember we had a note earlier that said the essence of Earth is strongest in the southwest. Well, that's the most southwest area we can go to. How do we even get there? Well, you can see there is a ladder just from swimming through this water. But for now, I'm not going to bother with that. Over here, in case you're wondering, this gate, this is the one that we came to twice before, and I said, we'll eventually come from the other side. So we're kind of near the shrine again. We're kind of near the dungeon, as you can see, kind of near that secret with the bush. We, of course, don't have to go over there for now. There would have been 2 toads to kill. There who did a number on me while we were away. So, now where the hell is all my gear? We're looking for a dagger. We're looking for all of my arrows. And we're looking for some falcon sky, apparently. Oh god, these guys are swapped around. That's not good. Just instinctually putting the wrong stuff on the wrong character. Okay, so where could it fall? Ah, there we go. There's some arrows. 1 arrow. That's not good. 1 arrow, 2 arrows. Oh, we're on our hands and knees here, guys. Is there a chance that I accidentally fired something off in that pit over there? Because you will notice earlier we crossed this bridge and we had a pretty deep pit below us. Now, I don't actually know what happens, how much damage you take to fall 2 levels down like that, but I'm guessing you do take damage. Now, there is a secret here as well. I'd love to be able to show you guys. So we may as well do that. Now, over there, you notice there is a bit of a ledge higher, but there's no real way to get to it, because if we fall down here, we'll go all the way down. So, but if you look very carefully, you will notice that just here on the right is... Oh god, I thought I saw an enemy walking around in the background there. Is 1 small angle you can actually drop down to it from. So we'll do this. And here we find a sign that says underneath. Pretty well telegraphed secret here, right? So we're going to weapon swap with Jonker. No, wait, where's the shovel gone? Oh, there it is, yeah. And then what we'll do is we'll dig. And voila, please don't be another mimic. Oh, and this one's locked as well. I don't know whether locked chests can be mimics. I guess they can. And here we go. We'll get a torch. It's really not a very good loot in here, I've got to be honest. But, you know, every little helps. So here's a crystal shard of recharging, again, which we can put onto sand. And we've now got 2 of these. So we can recharge a lot of our enchanted stuff. I think this game does a bit better than the original Grimrock in that perspective. In the original Grimrock, you were so scared to use any of your enchantments and bombs and stuff. But in this game, you do get ample opportunity to resupply. So, there we go. There's also a lockpick right down here. So in case you didn't have any, you would immediately be able to spend that. And that's that pit basically marked out for us. I'm a little bit sad, though, because none of our objects are down here. Where's our stuff? This isn't good. Basically, the toads ate it, and then I killed the toads. And, oh, we need our original backbiter. It's gone. I may have to look for these off-air at some point, because I don't want to linger in the bog the entire episode. In fact, we're very close to the end of the bog right now. Damn, if you guys have seen anything on the floor as we've been walking around, do let me know. Because I'm a little bummed out about this. Oh, what's that on the floor? Ah, there we go. What's this? There's the blowpipe. Thank you. Ah, there's the backbiter. That's good. We're still missing a lot of ammo. I'll put the backbiter back there. We're still missing a lot of ammo, though. Damn it. Come on. Just like 9 arrows, 8 arrows, something like that. Thing is, they're probably spread all over the place. And they don't have the flag on them anymore that I'll automatically pick them up while walking around, I guess. Because it's been a while, because I saved the game and left, maybe? I don't know. Curious stuff. Probably all just died on a toad somewhere. Alright, well, we'll deal with the ammo issue later on. Let's cross the waters here. see what we've got on the other side. I mean, there's a good chance that they even just fell in here, right? There's every bit of opportunity. This ladder, as you can see, there was an underwater pit that went even deeper down there. You got to be careful of that pit because you won't easily be... Oh my god, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Actually, I'm not so intimidated right now. Lotopatho has broken one of his arms, which is kind of terrible. Here's a new ability. I don't think I've really shown off that much. These guys will actually jump behind you. And this means if you're fighting more than one at once, they can be very dangerous because they'll jump behind you and then another one will move in and suddenly you're being attacked from both sides. That's not too bad though. Oh man, I thought that guy had all our arrows somehow there. Here we got our Thrawn tribal buckler came back. I thought that was a new loot for a second there. It totally wasn't. Okay, there's no chance I threw my arrows over here either, right? I don't think so. Oh, and another tongue. Fantastic. More stuff for Junker, more food. So that's good. I do have a very good reason for forcing us to limp around here, so don't worry too much, guys. Here's a little bit of water I don't remember really going in or saying it was down, so let's have a look. Ah, lockpick. Well, that was worth it. As long as we can get to the friggin' ladder, right? Which is there. No, that's a ladder even deeper down. I saw the etherweed there. I don't think we're going to go for it, guys. We have so much etherweed. I'm barely using it as it is anyway. Oh, no, this is pretty bad. We're a long way from the way out. Maybe I missed one. Oh, no. This isn't good. This isn't good. Come on. Swim, my pretties. We actually all have a lot of health. Okay. That skull would be so much easier to get at Sleet Island now. Whew. I think drowning has done more damage to me in this series than anything else has. God, that was difficult to get to. Jeez. Thing is, we couldn't have just come back up the way we went because, again, of the underwater pit. So we'll come along here. And is that where we want to swim across? No, we want to go further. It sort of forces you to come all the way down this bank. All right, here we go. One more time to get over there. Yes. Okay, let's do it. So don't fall into the deep, deep waters. Just there. Up here. And voila. I'm a little bit worried about how low Tikrit is. So, did we craft any potions? Oh, we should have. A long time ago. We still haven't crafted any. Blimey. There we go. Be interesting if alchemical stuff rotted while you were, you know, just spending loads of time without turning them into the potions. So, you were, like, capped after a while. Be kind of cool. There's a lot of like roguelike games that end up doing stuff like that. So what have we got here? Well, we've got one thing in particular that I'm gonna definitely go and use very soon, which is some pellets here, a keyhole. Now we did actually get a bonus key. Do you remember a while ago called the hub key? If we enter that in, you will see this thing says the hub. We get a teleporter. And it takes us back. So this is wonderful. This is where all of our stash and stuff is. I'll drop a bunch of stuff off here soon enough. But just before we finish, there is one final orb of power for us to collect here in the bog, and it's just behind this gate. Now, how do we get to it? Well, there's this lever puzzle, and a face here that gives us a bit of a tip. A spirit. It says the serpents can be awakened. Oh, that's actually a tip for something else. So the serpents can be awakened. We'll remember that for later. Just checking the floor as best I can. That's where we drop down for the lockpick. Okay, so as you guys can see, oh, and we got some boots. I'm not going to pick these up because I really don't need those, but there are some boots here. So, what do we want? Well, we want to open this gate. Now, this should look pretty obvious. I think there is another face. Oh, no, there's just this grave that says Reflexus. And the idea is, every time you pull one of these levers, it pulls another lever at the same time. Now, the way that the puzzle works is actually very simple. I think a lot of people freak out at puzzles like this and say, oh, they're really hard. It's actually not hard, right? These ones on the end will affect the ones that are, like, around the corners to them. As you can see, all the levers moving right now, these are what ones they affect, okay? While the ones on the sides only affect the ones on the sides, okay? So as I turn this, it's turning the one over there. Now, the goal of the puzzle is to get all of them down. So it's pretty simple, actually. For example, we're going to press this, and then we're going to come over here and press this. And as you can see, this is now down, while this one's up, and that one's down. Okay, that's a bit of an issue. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, hold on. If we move that one up as well, and then if we move this one up as well, and then if we... Oh, this one's got to be down, though. Damn it. Wow, I super lucked into it, I guess, before when I was trying this. Interesting. I shouldn't have talked about how easy it all was. And basically, you got to repeat this twice. So, I was sure that it was something like this. Maybe this is what I want to do. And then this, and then pull all three of these down. Yeah, there you go. Awesome, so that's one half of it done. That's kind of the idea. There is rhyme to the reason here. So on this one, we want to probably... they're all pretty uneven. Yes, I get it. Everyone's starving. The mists are descending. This isn't very pleasant. Hang in there, guys. So this should be every single one down except those. So then we'll pull this one. We'll pull this one. Oh, no, don't go that way. And then this one as well. And now we should be able to pull this to knock these 3 down. And there we go. Amazing. So we can come in and grab our 4th power gem. Oh my god, this is awesome. Let's get our torch out. There's no secrets in here. I would have thought this would be a perfect place for a secret. There aren't no enemies even spawn after having completed this, which is kind of awesome in my opinion. So we can just progress forward. Did we ever see this spirit? Was this the one that said? Yeah, the serpents that can be awakened. So there you go. That's that last puzzle in the deepest part of the bog. And we now have 4. And we're pretty close to the shrine, believe it or not. All we have to do is drop into the water here. Swim up this ladder. And then we'll head over to the shrine, which is just through this gate that we came back through the other side. So, yeah, we're missing some arrows. The fate of the arrows will be determined off air. But we'll come in to the shrine. We have not done this for a while, have we, guys? Here we go. So, 1 power gem. A beautiful gem that radiates light in all the colors of the spectrum. 2, 3, 4. Oh, yes. We get the essence of Earth. Check it out. And this thing is really cool. I love the design of this thing. I wasn't quite sure what to expect. I was expecting like a pebble or something, but it looks much prettier than I was anticipating. All right, so there you go. Now that we've got the essence of Earth, we're pretty much done with the bog aside from this mystery gate down in the water that I have no idea how to open. And the arrows. What we'll do is we'll go back out now to the hub, and we will make our way to our next destination. Now, if you really think about it, guys, we only have 1 place we can go now. We've sort of explored all of our options. Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, that teleport was over there. I thought there was a teleporter that appeared over here, and it really confused me for a second. So, just give me a second to figure out what I'm doing with all my gear here, because we're seriously messed up, and we'll hit the save crystal. So, I'll cut it in 1 second and just see what happens. Oh, yeah, last episode we got a wooden box in the water as well, which I never opened. I just dumped in our inventory and ran, which had 3 poison bombs, as you can see here, a broadhead arrow, so we're actually making up for all of our lost ammo here, and some shoes, which of course we're not going to need in a box. So, what I might do is just put all this miscellaneous crap items into this box, and we'll dump it somewhere in the cache. All right, so check it out, guys. All of our sort of rubbish gear that we don't care about is all in this box, and I'm going to put this box into this recess on this wall. Alright, I think this is pretty good. So, Sanon's inventory is reasonably clear. Lotopatho, okay, he can actually get rid of some stuff. So, here I've got a recess with, like, just a whole bunch of notes and stuff that we don't need anymore. So, that note with the chest in the bog, we don't need it. There you go. The Island Master's note we got in the bog, let's put that back there as well. The island map and this interesting map here, we can have a little bit of a look at in a second. And otherwise, I think we're mostly okay. So what we'll do now, guys, is we'll head to the castle. We'll place, there's still this gate here, of course, it's still locked. We'll go to the castle, we'll place the essence of Earth in. I'll show you guys another secret that's been right under our nose this whole time at the start of next episode. And we will be going to the ruins of Desarune. Because really, if we have a look at the map here, where have we got left to go? We've been to the bog, we've been to loads of places, right? The cemetery was blocked off, the pyramid was blocked off, the place south of the bog was blocked off, the castle is, of course, blocked off. We've got the ruins of Desarune to go. So, and we haven't been in a dungeon for a while, so if anyone's had that itch for a bit of dungeon crawling, that should be pretty good, because we're going to be going back underground. It's been so long that we've been outside. Whew. Well, we're about to go back into the depths. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.